The truth about Kevin Costner's multi-million-dollar gamble is finally exposed, revealing a Hollywood disaster far worse than anyone imagined. For years, Costner poured his own vast fortune, a staggering $100 million, into his passion project, Horizon: An American Saga. This wasn't just another big-budget film. It was a desperate, all-in bet on his vision, a massive risk that many in Hollywood watched with a mix of awe and dread. Behind the glitzy trailers and red carpet premieres, a truly shocking reality was taking shape. This movie wasn't simply a box office disappointment. It was a chaotic journey marked by financial peril, deeply personal sacrifices, and whispers of trouble that threatened to derail everything. This section will pull back the curtain on the hidden struggles, showing just how close Costner came to losing it all, and why Horizon became more than just a film. It became a symbol of a dream teetering on the edge of utter collapse. This massive gamble, however, wasn't a sudden decision. It was the culmination of a dream Kevin Costner held for over 3 decades. Imagine an idea so powerful, so deeply personal, that it wouldn't let go of him for almost 35 years. Long before his Oscar-winning Dances with Wolves, back in 1988, Costner first imagined this sprawling Western saga. He didn't just want to tell a story, he aimed to capture the very soul of the American West, from the chaos of the Civil War to the brave settlers pushing ever westward. This wasn't just a project, it became the project, his ultimate obsession. He saw it as a grand, sweeping chronicle, a multi-part epic too immense for a single film. He envisioned 4 distinct movies, all connected, painting a detailed picture of a pivotal 12-year period in American history, exploring themes of violence, love, and betrayal. Costner poured his entire being into this vision, refusing to let studio rejections or past budget struggles, including a collapsed Disney deal, kill his dream. He fought for it, carrying the idea with him for years, convinced of its power. This unwavering belief eventually led him to make extraordinary personal sacrifices to finally bring his ambitious vision to life. Kevin Costner poured a shocking $38 million of his own personal fortune into the first 2 parts of Horizon: An American Saga. This wasn't just Hollywood accounting, it was his actual cash. He literally gambled his family's future on this epic dream. To secure that colossal sum, Costner took a drastic, almost unbelievable step. He mortgaged a significant portion of his sprawling 10-acre oceanfront property in Santa Barbara, California. This isn't just any home, it's a breathtaking estate, a personal sanctuary he had carefully built over decades. The decision sent shockwaves through his own financial team, but Costner was unyielding. He put his most cherished assets on the line, risking everything he had worked for. It was a desperate, high-stakes move, fueled by an unshakable belief that this story had to be told. The pressure must have been immense, knowing that failure could mean losing the very roof over his head and the security of his children. He deferred his own salary for acting, producing, and directing for both Chapter 1 and 2, showing his deep commitment. He made this colossal personal sacrifice because no major studio would fully back his vision. Costner was willing to bet it all on Horizon. Kevin Costner's unwavering commitment to his passion project, the multi-part Western saga Horizon, soon caused a dramatic collision with his role as John Dutton on the hit series Yellowstone. The trouble began when Yellowstone's 5th season was split into 2 parts, drastically altering the production schedule. Costner revealed this change meant he was doing twice the work, making it impossible to juggle both massive projects. He had put Yellowstone first, but the show kept moving their gaps in filming dates, directly clashing with Horizon's tight schedule. This scheduling nightmare quickly led to bitter financial disputes. Despite Yellowstone being the #1 show on television, Costner testified in court that producers offered him less money than in previous seasons. He was reportedly set to earn $1.3 million per episode, with a potential $24 million for the entire 5th season. Yet he hinted at legal action over unpaid compensation for the second half of Season 5, feeling he was owed money for his commitment. Behind the scenes, creative issues also festered. Costner claimed that scripts for the latter half of Season 5 were not even ready during the filming of the first part. He felt betrayed by the Yellowstone team, saying they failed to defend him against crazy stories circulating in the press. Ultimately, Costner officially confirmed his departure in June 2024, leading to the abrupt and shocking exit of John Dutton from the series. But the battle for priorities extended far beyond the casting couch. It bled directly onto the set, creating a production nightmare that sent shivers through Hollywood. Filming Horizon wasn't just ambitious, it was a constant fight against the clock and the dwindling budget. Reports quickly surfaced of massive budget overruns, with every day feeling like $1 million gamble. Money evaporated at an alarming rate, forcing impossible choices and pushing the crew to their breaking point. The schedules were brutal, a relentless gauntlet of long days and even longer nights. Actors and crew members were often working against the sun, battling the elements and exhaustion to capture every shot. This wasn't just about making a movie, it was a marathon of sheer will. The immense pressure to deliver an epic film series, one that could justify Costner's colossal personal investment, hung heavy in the air like a storm cloud. Every single decision, every delay, every dollar spent felt like it was under a microscope. It created an atmosphere where tension was always high, and mistakes felt catastrophic. The dream of Horizon was slowly turning into a logistical and financial beast that threatened to devour everyone involved. It was a pressure cooker where the stakes weren't just about box office success, but about careers, reputations, and even personal fortunes. The ambition was enormous, but the truth about Kevin Costner's multi-million-dollar gamble is finally exposed, revealing a Hollywood disaster far worse than anyone imagined. The film, which Costner poured his heart and personal fortune into, faced a harsh reality when it finally hit theaters. Critics were not kind. Many reviews slammed Horizon and American Saga Chapter 1 as an overlong, disjointed mess. Reviewers often said it felt more like an extended preview for a TV show than a complete movie. The consensus among critics on Rotten Tomatoes landed at a mere 51% positive, with many feeling the scope was too wide for a single film. Despite the critical lashing, early audience reactions showed a slightly different picture. Moviegoers, while not flocking to theaters in droves, gave it a more favorable score, averaging around 70% on Rotten Tomatoes. CinemaScore, another audience rating, gave it a B-. However, this glimmer of audience approval could not save the film from its crushing box office reality. Against a reported production budget of $100 million, a substantial portion of which Costner personally funded with $38 million of his own money, Horizon Chapter 1 grossed a dismal $38.7 million worldwide. It opened to just $11 million in its first weekend, a catastrophic start that made its path to profitability nearly impossible. This massive financial shortfall made the faceplant undeniably clear. The distributors even delayed the release of Chapter 2, showing a clear lack of confidence after such a disastrous debut. As the box office numbers painted a bleak picture, a far more personal storm was brewing for Kevin Costner, threatening to drown his entire Horizon dream. His marriage to Christine Baumgartner, after nearly 2 decades, imploded in a brutal public divorce. Every intimate detail played out in court, becoming headline news. Christine initially sought a staggering $248,000 a month in child support, arguing it was necessary to maintain their children's lifestyle. While a judge eventually ordered Costner to pay around $63,000 monthly, the financial drain was immense. This wasn't just personal heartbreak, it was a massive financial blow, pulling focus and millions of dollars away from Horizon. Costner had already poured $38 million of his own money into the film, even risking his Santa Barbara property to secure funding. The divorce bills piled up, adding crushing pressure to his already colossal gamble. But the legal battles didn't stop at his front door. Horizon itself became a target. United Costume Corporation sued for almost $350,000 in alleged unpaid costume fees, a claim that was later settled. Even more disturbing was a lawsuit from stunt actress Devon Labella. She alleged that during filming, she was forced into a violent, unscripted rape scene without consent or an intimacy coordinator present. Costner's team firmly denied these claims, calling them without merit. However, the lawsuit cast a dark shadow over the production, creating a hostile environment and sparking claims of retaliation. These overlapping legal storms, both personal and professional, transformed Horizon from a passion project into a fight for Costner's reputation and his very fortune. The ambition fueling Horizon came with a staggering personal price for Kevin Costner. He poured a reported $38 million of his own money into the epic Western, taking out a mortgage on his Santa Barbara home to fund his dream. The first chapter, however, struggled at the box office, earning only about $11 million on its opening weekend and a global total of $31 million against its hefty budget. This immense financial gamble, coupled with significant divorce costs, has put his valuable property at risk and brought concerns about his financial stability. Despite these crushing setbacks and disappointing box office numbers, Costner remains fiercely dedicated to his vision. He has declared all 4 chapters of Horizon are written, and he intends to complete them, even if he doesn't yet know how. Looking ahead, he is also exploring other projects, like the thriller Headhunters and the dramedy Honeymoon with Harry, suggesting a broader scope beyond Westerns. This saga stands a stark lesson for Hollywood. The pursuit of a deeply personal artistic vision can demand an agonizing cost, even for a seasoned legend. Costner's journey is a grim reminder of the immense financial and personal stakes involved when chasing creative control in a ruthless industry.